It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it. What's the matter?
Culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the cases is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anything suspicious, or anyone suspicious. It was snowing a little yesterday. I don't mind the snow. The snow's kind of nice. A good winter for it. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Kanishi either, despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation. There must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems the most likely culprit is. And this is where we have to make a decision, right? Anybody have any thoughts? Who could it be? I'm fairly sure we have multiple chances at this. So, we can see a couple of the kind of like, I don't know, reactions to the other people before we actually go for the right person, right? So, how about what two reactions do you guys want to see? Yosuke saw sus. I saw him vent. You want to see the Yosuke reaction? I mean, we can look at it. I don't know. I don't know which ones would be interesting to see. I don't. So let's go through all of our options. It's obviously going to be someone we at least like know, right? So it's got to be someone we have a social link with, right? So let's look through all our options and then decide. Got Kanji, Risen, Naoto, so the rest of the crew. Yep. Then we've got Ryotaro Dojima and Nanako Dojima. Got Adachi and Namatame. So everyone related with family or like directly to the case. Then we've got Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi, of course. And Morooko and Mitsuo Kubo actually did it, yep. Misuzu Hiragi, Noriko Kashiwagi did it, yeah. And Hanako's here. And then we've got Koen Daisuke. Hasn't been doing tasks. Nanako. We've got Naoki, Yumi, Ozawa, and Ayane Matsunaga. I don't even know who Yumi Ozawa is, to be honest. She's probably the drama girl or something. Um, Based off where she's listed. We got Shu, yeah, the kid we tutor. Sayoko Uehara, who's at the she's our other night job at the hospital. Then we've got Eri Minami, the mother of the kid at the daycare or whatever that is. And then we can go back to the beginning. Alright, which ones do you guys want to see? Do you guys actually want to see Nanako? Do you guys want to see the response to Nanako? Would that be physically possible? Even assuming she can enter the TV, she would have to carry victims who are more than twice her size. It would be absurd to suspect her as the killer. If nothing else, she was an innocent victim who got caught up in the incident. For the sake of the suffering child and her father, you must find the true culprit behind all this. You should rethink this. Anyone else of note? Clearly, Mayumi Yamano is behind all of this. Or more, oh, I wonder what it says for Kashiwagi. I'm curious. I'm gonna do this one. You assume that she has the ability to enter the TV. It's not impossible that she could be the culprit. However, there's no reason to suspect her either. Okay, fine. That's actually kind of boring. Oh well. Alright. Well, I mean, obviously Adachi was dealing with all of this together with us, and he's clearly shown up at our house many times, so, like, of course. You look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. Yep. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well, but there's no reason to doubt him, but something's bothering you.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
The reason I talked about how police car blends in and no one thinks it's suspicious earlier on.
This is a small town,
Right.
so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Now we get to talk with the whole group.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Miss Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
This is still only a tentative... This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Four ranks in 3 days. Not bad, not bad.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
Yeah, it flies up in P5. Like, it like just jumps from like 4 to 10 or something. Pretty much immediately when it happens.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first 2 murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on, I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
Helpful.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped. Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first 2 murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
Yeah.
I have
Injury.
no idea what you're talking about.
Because we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatami's the one who put them all in.
What did you just say?
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Yeah, you want some delicious pancakes. And cake.
What the? I swear he ran this way.
Checkmate.
Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
I don't know. Where did he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
Guys, come on.
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
Yep.
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
There were some notable choices today. In case you ever want the bad ending or something. We're skipping over data point 4 next time. Hello. Oh, hi, Teddy. You come in through the window?
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here? I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world. You're always so kind, Sensei. I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei, one day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry. Huh? Really? Nana-chan's. Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that.
Okay, but alternatively, what if we didn't do any of that? Do you want to see that, LPs? Do you want to see what happens if we all didn't do any of that?
My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
I could ask you the same again.
Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now? But I don't know what to look for or how to find it.
Oh, okay, fair. Fair.
No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
Aw, I'm glad that you met me, clearly. I don't care about meeting you, just like, I'm glad you met me. Nah, Teddy, you're okay. When you are okay. Sometimes you're unbearable, but otherwise you're okay. Max out that star. Yes, I know, unbearable. I may or may not have done that on purpose, but also, like, without purposely making reference to how I was doing it. Hello. Alright. Evade electric. That's, like, not bad. It's not incredible, but it's pretty good. Alright, what do you have? Mediarama. Ice Boost. You can raise defense. This move's kind of worthless. You get my Tarakaja, that's actually not too bad.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay.
What?
Goodbye, Sensei.
Why can't you stay here? What kind of logic is that? I didn't say anything to you. Okay, well, hello.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here.
Bears get car sick. Is that why we stopped the car earlier then? That makes sense.
The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting. Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
And then we go. Yeah, I guess the bear just couldn't stay on for the moving car.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now it's time for you to return.
Very well.
I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
It'll happen. Don't worry. Gotta read some of Marie's poems after all.